A blood sample can be collected in seconds, but one small mistake can cause hemolysis, specimen rejection, inaccurate results, or patient injury. In this practical class, let's learn the correct blood collection technique used in professional clinical practice. Who all have visited first time on the channel, do subscribe and watch. First, we'll see the required equipments. Prepare before starting the procedure. Gloves, tourniquet, appropriate blood collection needle, packet in a holder, blood collection tubes, skin antiseptic, and then sterile gauze, adhesive bandage, and then laboratory request form, and then sharps container. We need to get ready with the required equipments. Next, patient identification and preparation. We'll see in step 1. Identify the patient. Here, use approved patient identifiers, verify laboratory request, and then explain the procedure to the patient. Position patient comfortably and then perform hand hygiene. Wear appropriate PPE, that is personal protective equipment according to the procedure. And then never collect a specimen from an unidentified patient. Here, vein selection. This is very important, okay. Preferred veins are medial cubital vein, cephalic vein, basilic vein. Here, use with appropriate caution. And then should avoid infection or burn sites, hematoma, significant edema, and then restricted vascular access sites affected by IV therapy according to policy. Here, tip is that palpate the vein before preparing the skin. Next, tourniquet and skin preparation. We'll see the procedure. Apply tourniquet above the selected site. Assess the vein and then clean the site using the recommended antiseptic and then allow it to air dry completely, and then do not touch the cleaned site, and then avoid prolonged tourniquet application and excessive fist pumping. Next, needle insertion, venipuncture technique. Anchor the vein and then bevel facing upward, and then insert needle smoothly at an appropriate shallow angle, commonly 15 to 30 degree angle, and then observe for blood return. Avoid unnecessary movements. Our goal is to safe and controlled venipuncture. Next, blood collection. During collection. Here, during collection of blood, follow the required order of draw and then fill tubes to the required volume, and then keep the patient comfortable. Monitor for dizziness or even fainting. Avoid excessive force or traumatic collection. Here, important one is that correct specimen collection is equal to reliable laboratory results. Next, order of draw. Here, common, that is clinical laboratory standard institute. According to this, based sequence, blood culture, and then additives. Light blue, sodium citrate. Red or golden, serum. And then green, heparin. Lavender or purple, it is for EDTA. And then gray, fluoride or oxalate. These are the additives. Always follow your laboratory's current tube and order of draw policy. Next, tube mixing and specimen handling. After collection, after blood collection, gently invert additives tubes according to manufacturer instructions, and then do not shake vigorously, and then check tube volume, and then inspect specimen for problems such as hemolysis, and then maintain required storage and transport conditions. Wrong handling can compromise the sample. Next, needle removal and then patient care. After blood collection, release tourniquet appropriately, Place goes over puncture site and then remove needle smoothly. Apply gently pressure. Check the site for bleeding and then apply bandage if appropriate. Never leave the patient before ensuring blood is controlled. Next, stabs, safety and also labeling. Stabs, safety. Here, activate safety device and then dispose immediately into sharps container. Never recap the needle. It's very important. And then labeling. This one, labeling includes or required patient identifiers, date and time, and then collector identification when required, and then specimen formation as required. Specimen information as required. Here, verify the tube against the request before sending it. Next, we'll see common mistakes and complications. Okay, common mistakes has to avoid: wrong patient identification, touching disinfected skin, prolonged tourniquet application, incorrect order of draw, underfilling tubes, vigorous shaking, improper labeling, and then recapping needles. These are the common mistakes should avoid. Next, possible complications we can see hematoma, hemolysis, pain, and then syncope, and then infection. These are the possible complications. Next, checklist final. We need to remember, we need to identify, we need to prepare, and then we need to select, clean, collect, mix, label, and transport. A professional checklist: correct patient, correct test, correct site, correct technique, correct order of draw, correct specimen handling, and then correct labeling, safe sharps disposal. Blood collection is not simply taking blood, it is obtaining the correct specimen safely and accurately. Did you learn something useful today? Comment blood collection below. Share this class with your colleagues and subscribe to our 5-year medical tutorial for more professional practical nursing skills. Thank you for watching.